Hey, it's Jay. You might notice I'm in a little bit of a different location. It's because when Hurricane Dorian was headed towards Central Florida, we had to move some of the stuff that was outside in the garage into my office so we can get the cars in. But I should be back in my office, maybe not next video, but the video after. So I'm here today with a little book haul from books I got from Booknet Fest in Orlando this past weekend. So there was a book swap where you could bring in some books you didn't want anymore and you can get a ticket for each book, and then afterwards you could get another book that someone else brought that you did want. So I brought in 10 books, I got 10 tickets, and I got 10 new books, which I'm real excited about, some of them. So the first one is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Not gonna lie, don't really know what this is about. I just know it was really popular a few years ago and that it's pretty short and simple. It's barely 200 pages, and I think it's contemporary YA. I think there's like a little bit, it gets a little dark at times. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess I'll see. The next one I'm so excited about because I've been considering buying this for a while, but I just never did it, and now I don't have to. And that is We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal. I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong. I'm not very good at Arab names. But this is by a Muslim writer, and this is a fantasy book, and I'm really excited about it. It's about a hunter, and the tagline, the hook, I guess, of the blurb is people lived because she killed, people died because he lived, and that sounds awesome to me, and I've just heard a lot of good things about this and its own voices. So the next one I got from the library at one point, but I wasn't able to read it because I had other books that were due and then I didn't get to it. And that is Death Prefers Blondes by Caleb Sorig. Is that how you say your name, dude? But I know this is queer, it's badass, and there are drag queens, and I like the cover, and I don't really know much else about it except that it was fairly recent release, like this year I think, and that it was pretty popular. The next one I got is, I actually got two books by people that aren't known for being writers. The first one is Children of Eden by YouTuber Joey Graceffa, and it's kind of a dystopian, and it's about this girl who's a second child in a world where population control is very heavily stressed, and she kind of is existing illegally, and she has to deal with that, and the earth is poisoning, everything's gone to hell, and it just sounds really interesting. The next one I've also been meaning to get for a while, and that is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I know this has own voices rep for OCD because John has OCD. This came out a year or two ago. It's his newest novel. I don't honestly know a lot about it, except that there were like mixed feelings about it, so I'm looking forward to reading this and seeing which side I agree with. The next book is a book that I've already started, and that is an arc of The Stars We Steal by Alexa Dunn. This comes out in February 2020, and I was lucky enough to be able to meet Alexa Dunn and to get an arc from her. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get her to sign it because she was really busy going to panels and stuff. But this is like The Bachelor in space, and I just watched the past season of The Bachelorette with Calypso, and I loved it. It was so weird and ridiculous, and I loved laughing at it. But I love this cover, and I am enjoying it so far. The next book is by an actor, and I know he's written like middle grade fantasy novels and some others, and that is Stranger Than Fanfiction by Chris Colfer. I love this cover, I love the aesthetic of it, and going into getting this, I didn't know a lot about it except that it has like a road trip aspect with friends, and that it's so cute because the dedication says to Ashley for being the best friend a guy could ask for. Since your memory is much better than mine, you'll have to remind me which parts of this book actually happened. And that was just so cute, and I love it when authors like incorporate little bits of their real life friendships into novels. Now this next author is kind of controversial because of Eleanor and Park, and I have to do some research on the order of her books, but I've been wanting to read Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell for a while. I haven't really read any of her other books except for Eleanor and Park a few years ago, but I've always been interested in this one because it's about a girl in college that's a writer and doing fanfiction stuff, and that just really piqued my interest, whatever the word is. I was interested. The next one is also by Rainbow Rowell, and that is Landline. I don't know much about this. I haven't seen it around a lot. I know it's an adult romance book. They're like divorcing, and it's like, what if we never got together? But I thought I would get it, and then once I slowly get into more adult books, then I'll eventually get to it. The penultimate one I'm so excited to get because I've heard there's really good demi rep. It's also independently published, and that is The Foxhole Court by Nora Sakovic. This, along with Fangirl and I think maybe one more, Brody from At 2 Brody had brought, and they were just like, you should have just responded to my tweet and I could have given them to you, and I didn't see their tweet because I follow a lot of people on Twitter. There's a lot of tweets that get lost, but I heard this is kind of dark at times. There's like some sports aspect, which I've heard like there's some kind of representation that's not too good, but that there is a good demi rep. And I've heard a lot of people love this trilogy or series, and I am so excited for this. And the last one I got is a graphic novel. It's This One Summer by Jillian Tamaki and Mariko Tamaki. They're related or married, I'm assuming. Honestly, the only reason I grabbed this, there was another one, was because it's purple, and purple is my favorite color. I've been wanting to try and get into graphic novels a bit more, or at least YA novels. And I thought this would be a perfect opportunity. I don't know what it's about. I'm assuming it's about kids during the summer, and it's got a some kind of an award in Michael L. Prince Award for Excellence in Young Adult Literature, American Library Association. So it's got something that's good, and I'm hoping I'll agree with it. So that's all I've got for today. Just a quick little book haul from Booknet Fest this past weekend. If you went there and you saw me, I'm so glad I was able to meet you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload. I upload every Wednesday with booktube, writing, music, activism videos, usually booktube, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.